That's
we
not
were
what the
told
experiment's
to look out
about.
for flags, and we're looking.
I'm looking now.
We're looking, Argentina. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to membriash.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Mitch.
And I'm tired.
I'm wired. It's true. I get up before her, and then I'm like drinking coffee. And
what time did you wake up this morning?
not that early, actually. 6:30.
Yeah, that was an hour before I woke up.
Yeah, but then I was like
a lot.
chatting with people in comments and stuff. Which, speaking of which, I wanted to compare notes with Argentina. All right, all the Argentinians. Some people think we're missing a bunch of red flags. That's totally possible. We do that.
Fair.
I do think there's a ton of love bombing potentially, although I think we need to see how things play out to really truly understand if it's love bombing.
Also, you've said this before, but the show, it's hard because the show encourages that. So it's tough to tell if it's like toxicity people have where they're actually like they would be doing this in real life versus like the show and the producers being like, okay, in like 2 days you have to tell this person you love them like 10 times, you know.
I know. I had a really good conversation with somebody in the comments about specifically red flag around Santiago. There's a translation that when I went back and watched it, and this person agreed with me, Santiago said, well, that's shitty, or something like that, when Santiago was talking with Emily, and Emily told him in the first episode that initially he was number 2. Then Santiago says, well, that's shitty in the American translation. And then she says, well, I feel like a bitch. And he said, no, you're not. So from our translation, that was totally normal. You and I could say like, oh, that's shitty, that's not shitty. But then this person that was talking with me said that on the Reddit, and a person from Argentina, a person from Argentina said that the translation really wasn't that, and that he was sort of saying something much harsher. That for me totally changes my vibe with Santiago, and I'm just curious.
I don't know if it changes everything for me, but it definitely does give a different spin to what happened. And I agree, it's a red flag.
And if
that's what happened,
that's a red flag.
That's a total red flag. And then you and I were talking this morning about how frustrated then we are with like the translations because we rely on that heavily. Do you want to say your theory?
My theory is that there's always a Nick couple, right? And that they know who's going to get married at the end, and so they edit the entire season around that. When I see this mistranslation potentially, it makes me wonder if, particularly for English-speaking audiences or other people in the world that are relying on the translation, if they're trying to scrub that a little bit and diminish it so that when they get married, we're all like, oh, they're so perfect, and one of the red flags is taken away. So it does. This stuff happens with this show.
It does,
and it makes me. And this is why we don't trust the editing on Love Is Blind. I'm just curious because I feel like it's a huge difference.
And if that's true, I'm pissed because I think it is unfair to give us a translated version that isn't as faithful a representation as possible of what people are actually saying. On the other hand, too, and I don't want to cut Netflix any breaks because they're a huge company and like they don't need to be cut any breaks, right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I do wonder if it's a situation where there isn't really a perfect translation for what he said. And if we just don't have a word in English that would have fit better. So, for people that are bilingual, is there a different English word that you think would have been a better representation? Like, does it specifically translate? Like, did he basically say, well, that's bitchy to her? Or, like, is there a different word that you would use to describe what he said? And it was straight mistranslated, or do you feel like there was a little bit of wiggle room and they just chose a word that was maybe a little bit less intense?
Just the way we do this, we do miss things on occasion, so that does happen, and I appreciate y'all coming in and telling us what we miss, because that factors in when we watch the next episode. So I'm keeping that in mind. I'm keeping an eye on Santiago because of it. And any of y'all's comments on anything, love to hear them, and you impact our experience as well. I'm really thankful. It also, for us, it allows us to be like goofy, have fun, watch the show, get everything out on time, and then also have us be as accurate as possible. So I really, really do appreciate all your comments.
Also, probably a disclaimer, we're not therapists, we're not psychologists, like we're just people sitting on our couch.
We're dumbasses.
We're dumb, right?
Yeah, so...
And I particularly am quite gullible. So.
We are. We have been burned by a lot of people in the past. It's why we don't have a lot of people in our lives, because we don't trust very well. But then for us, it's still fun to watch this and like get roped in.
I always trust the wrong people, and then they end up being mean, and I'm like, man, how could I have foreseen this?
How is this person that I just met saying that they're my best friend bad? How are they bad? They're my best friend now.
They just like me,
They
guys.
like me. I'm special. They said I'm not like other girls. Anyway.
I'm just glad I don't have to date, okay?
Yeah.
Because I would be, oh man, it would not be good.
Oh, that's
for
the
me.
other thing too. We don't date. We've never really dated, so
Yeah,
we've
we've only been with each other.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and thank God, because honestly, I would get taken advantage of for sure.
Same.
There's no way.
Same.
Like, I would not make it out there. Okay.
Yeah.
So huge respect for all of you out there dealing with dating right now, because it seems like an absolute nightmare.
What we do is marriage, and we judge people who are dating. Okay, so that's the premise of the show.
We just like watching TV.
Yeah,
You know?
our expertise actually picks up when the show stops. It's true. It's like, people talk about like Disney stories, and then they're like, what happens afterwards? Well, I don't know, because we never see it.
I also like, who's an expert in marriage just because you're married? Like, we're married,
Well,
but we're not like experts.
We're not. They say when you do something for like 10,000 hours, you get an expert at it, right?
Yeah, but I'm an expert at being married to you.
That's true. That's
not
true.
like
Okay.
marriage as a whole.
Okay.
All right, this has been
Sure.
a really long intro.
Losing the
so-
plot. We're gonna go
Sorry.
episode 3 of Love Is Blind Argentina. We're having fun with it. I hope you are too. Like and subscribe before we head in.
If you want to keep watching with us.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this long-winded intro and you want more of this in your life.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I am completely confident that she's the only one for me.
Wait, so Tom and
Florfy.
Florfy.
I'm worried. I'm worried we never saw each other. I'm worried we won't be attracted to each other.
I think that they're going to like each other.
Of course.
I think they look like a pretty good match, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's going to be good.
He looks like a DJ and she looks like a DJ's girlfriend.
Hello, beautiful.
Aww.
Everybody's walking very calm. I wonder if they're walking more carefully because it's kind of treacherous.
Maybe.
Because we've seen people run before.
It's like a
you know?
slippery walkway
Yeah.
or something.
But then you have those edges. If you lose your balance and tumble into the grass.
She's beautiful.
You're everything that's good.
They have a very low-key meeting, but it's still it seems like happy.
This is their vibe in the pods, too, though.
That's true.
Both very low-key.
Yeah. And that's part of his energy, right?
Yes. The energy of seduction.
And then she matches it really well. I do think their energy matches. Yeah.
It does.
Just a little something special for you.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck is that?
Money.
Money? Don't spend it all in one place, babe. Money?
Paying her off.
Paid her off? Is this fixed?
Yeah.
But I want to tell you that you made me realize that there's always someone willing to listen to you.
And she's hiding behind her pillow, which I totally identify with.
Yeah.
Even though he can't see her anyway.
The letter was super important, and it'll definitely help me make the best decision.
We haven't seen him talk to a single other person, so if it's not this choice, then again, we're
Well,
getting
he
played.
could walk away.
That's
He
true.
could be like, I don't want to get engaged.
That's true. That's an option.
People rarely do
Yeah.
that because they want the fame, right?
Yeah.
But he definitely could just be like, this
Yeah.
isn't for me. I'm not going to propose to you.
What's your name?
Roberto, but everyone calls me Robert.
So we don't know Roberto.
No, these are new. And Eva.
Moving away is something that is non-negotiable for me. I can't just pack up my ranch.
Oh, so he needs somebody that's going to come live on his ranch with him. That's tough.
Mm-hmm. So he's kind of a country boy.
Yeah.
Right.
And
That's
he's
what-
like,
that's what
I
I'm
can't
getting.
move my ranch, so you got to move to me. And that's
Okay.
a non-negotiable.
But that's another thing where it's a strict stipulation. But if you have that coming in, somebody's gonna love that. Somebody's gonna fall in love with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go live on your ranch and have a
That
happy
is
little
tough,
life.
though. I remember on an old season of The Bachelor, there was a guy who was like a rancher, basically, and he had a really hard
Mm.
time trying to find someone because everybody thinks that they would like that life, but
It's a
then
different thing
it is
living it.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Augustina gonna end up with? That's what I really want to know.
I don't know. Maybe it was just that whole vibe before. Maybe it wasn't that she comes back. If we don't see her
We
soon, she's not
saw
coming
her
back.
in the previews.
Oh, did we? For the future episodes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it looked like she was at the vacation.
Maybe it was. Maybe they wrap it up with a bow real quick at the very end just to be like, she's here, guys.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Another person said that they felt like Florencia was more the quote-unquote villain in the next couple of episodes,
Okay.
which she basically
That makes
foreshadowed.
sense to me, yeah. I want her to calm down, but I don't think that she's going to. So,
Hello?
Hello. Who's this?
oh yeah, Augustina.
Oh,
I wonder if she ends up with Roberto.
I bet she does. There's not another reason if this is it right here. I feel like that's kind of too much foreshadowing then. If we know she's in, this is it.
I just worry about her. The way that she treated Santiago.
Yeah.
Even if he kind of sucks, the way she treated him was not okay, and I am worried about her in any relationship with any of these people.
That reminds me of like the two people can suck kind of thing, because if Santiago sucks, his suck was being shown to a different woman, and she was being sucky to him. So either way, you know what I mean?
Yes.
If I'm in a relationship, that person will take care of the home.
Oh, he does not like that.
I don't see anything wrong with those things being split 50-50. I think that sharing things is a major part of being a couple.
I agree with him. Sharing stuff, to me, is a very important part of our relationship. Like, we split responsibilities, and then where one of us is feeling overwhelmed in an area, we communicate it so that we can redistribute things. You know, we decide what maybe isn't going to get done because neither of us have the capacity.
It's
like,
really, it's based on ability and need is the way we do it. Because I can just do a lot more of the physical stuff.
Totally.
A lot more of the mobility-based stuff. You're very brainsy and organized and stuff. So,
I'm administrative tasks and finances.
on the muscle.
She said that she acts tough and struggles to express herself, but that she's going to show her true self to me from now on.
But is that the web?
I do worry, because I do think that, I'm not saying that this is Augustina, but I have known people that do that kind of thing. So they'll say, like, oh, that was a front. That's not really me. Like, I just put off a tough exterior. Like, I don't open up to very many people. And they use that to be toxic to people.
Well, what I immediately thought as you were saying that was, I don't mean the things I say and do. You know what I mean? And that is a whole level of like, well, do I need to mind read you? Or like, what do you mean then? Like, you gotta kind of take people at face value at a certain point.
I think too, when
especially
you're creating too much of like it's special between us, like too early on. Well, that's very one directional. And you're like, oh, only you're seeing the real me, because I don't share this very often with people.
She said that to Emmy, too.
It can be a red flag.
Yeah. She said Emmy was special, and that's why they were friends.
I've always wanted to have children and build a family, but my ex wasn't really interested in all that.
Oh, man. We're meeting so many new people, and I just can't.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Matthias?
I want to like these people, but it's so many new names.
I'm feeling overloaded, yeah.
I am. I'm overwhelmed.
I can smile and say the things you...
Today I'm going where my heart leads me. 100%.
Oh, there we go.
Fading into a proposal. Oh, he looks good.
I don't usually like age gap relationships, especially around a 10-year difference, but I'm currently sort of willing to... I like them-ish.
I do wonder if it's gonna...
Bad.
I wonder if it's gonna cause them some problems, because that is a pretty significant age gap.
Yeah.
But I can't picture her with a 24-year-old.
I agree.
So...
And I like the way she's been showing up so far.
Me too.
He's not giving me a ton of red flags. I feel like they've been able to talk, and I don't feel like they're love bombing each other. I don't know.
I would like to ask you if you will marry me.
Of course I will.
Oh, I'm happy for them.
Yeah. That's great.
That is very cool. I'm excited to see how it works out. I don't have the most confidence in their relationship because of the age gap, and then also because she is a little bit more withdrawn, and that doesn't typically work well in this environment.
In a 40-day get married sort of environment.
Right.
When I was younger, we had this place where couples used to get cozy.
Yeah, all towns have a place like that.
Wait, so like going around in the countryside kind of thing? Yeah, that's a classic, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because when you're young, I mean, like...
Hop in the car, where are you going to go? Yeah.
Exactly.
When getting intimate, do you like talking dirty? Or hearing dirty talk?
Robert, stop. My family's watching.
If your family's watching, they're about to have a real treat when we get to the fucking bedroom cams.
Ugh.
Shit, dude.
That would make me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I need some kind of privacy from the show, you know what I mean? I would not want them in my bedroom.
It's really hard for me to be vulnerable. With me, you have to break through the hard exterior and find the sweetness inside.
Her clothes always look like she's going to a rave.
A rave.
A rave in the 2000s.
We talked about this. We used to have, in middle school, when we were like in 6th and 7th grade, they would host raves.
Yeah.
The schools would.
Yeah. Some of the kids did acid.
Yeah, dude. It was crazy. It's music bumping and like a bunch of like seventh graders grinding.
Yeah, giant screens with music videos playing, and then all the kids like grinding on the floor.
Weird.
It was weird.
I was a teacher. If that was happening, I would be like, what? I know they had dances, but nothing like that.
Yeah. It was only in middle school too. In high school we didn't have them. It was for
what
the
was
middle
up with
schoolers.
that,
We had little kid raves.
That was so weird.
I perceive Ava as an insecure person, someone who gives too much.
I just don't trust her perspective on things because I feel like she's kind of just saying things to get what she wants at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like we've seen it already, so if she's describing somebody else as insecure, it might be a projection, honestly.
I'm really nervous.
Don't be nervous.
The moment the door opened, I thought he looked so handsome.
Aww.
He is very handsome.
One more kiss.
Oh,
wow.
All right. They like each other.
All right.
The sex cams are going to get them.
They're going to get burned by the sex cams. You know, the other funny thing about the sex cams is that if we show them on our channel, we're going to get flagged and demonetized.
Yeah, so we can't show you any of the sex cams,
Yeah.
okay? So if you want to watch those, you got to watch the show yourself.
Yeah. And if we react to them, we'll show you the reaction. We're not going to show you the cam.
You still nervous? Feeling better?
I've relaxed a little.
Okay, that's good.
I think this is a good meeting.
Yeah, I do feel like it's a good meeting. I feel like there's almost like a logicalness to it, too, though, like the way they're treating it.
They're both wringing their hands. They both seem still
Yeah.
very nervous.
Did they trade rings and I missed
Yeah,
it? Okay.
they did. He didn't get down on one knee, though.
Okay.
Boo.
Like half of them do. Boo. Jesus. Oh, this guy. Get down on the knee.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee. That's a good one. Bend the knee. Oh my god. It just reminds me of like Game of Thrones.
I know, same.
Off with his head.
It was a sweet moment, but it felt weird.
Oh no.
I fear that we are again going to get burned by Netflix and Love is Blind. But yeah, tell you what, we all suck at this show.
It's a
anyway,
beautiful, beautiful sentiment.
let's play ads.
I saw him for 5 minutes.
It could be that there's a disconnect. It could be that she doesn't think he's that attractive or not what she typically goes for.
There's no way. He was very attractive.
Well, but that might not be her thing.
I think he was objectively attractive, though.
So what do you think it is?
Their meetings on this season, they don't give them a bench, so they're
That's
not able to spend any
true.
time together.
No bench.
Which is weird.
That is weird.
They're very short, like much
Yeah.
more abbreviated than they are in the
and
other
she
ones.
said I only got to see him for 5 minutes.
He didn't walk her back to her area, which was a miss on his part, I think.
No knee. He didn't bend the knee.
He didn't bend the knee. Another miss. And I think
that's
all
true.
of those things maybe made it feel
And
a
then she's
little bit
like-
uncomfortable.
I hear that.
You know?
Good analysis. Unless y'all disagree. Let us know down below.
Also, she's the kind of person that is a little bit more reserved.
Yes.
You know, she's more careful with her feelings.
She might be just more uncomfortable with this whole process.
Yeah.
Where some people are just like, yeah, let's like get married forever. She's like, this feels a little weird.
She's much more of a realist, which makes sense
Yeah.
with like the way she described her like family life
Her
growing
childhood.
up. Right.
Yeah.
So she's a lot more protective of herself.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to build a family of my own, and she had made it very clear to me that she didn't.
Oh, the previous relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's as good a reason as anything. Like, if you can't get on the same page around kids,
Yeah.
you shouldn't sacrifice that in either direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's something where you have to have firm boundaries.
We've known people before that have either like had kids when it's not really what they wanted, or postponed or didn't have kids when they really did, and it really is. It creates a big rift.
It does.
I'm a bit sensitive today, you know?
Oh, yeah?
I feel like they're moving really quick because I feel like we're getting close to the end of the pods, which I'm kind of excited for. It's been cute.
It has been cute, but I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go on the honeymoon.
Let's shake it up.
I'm not ready for the sex cams.
Growing up, there was always a lot of lying.
He can't pick her, right? Because Augustina goes on the honeymoon, so he has to end up picking Augustina, which is weird because I don't know why. Based on these pods, I would pick Evangelina.
Maybe they just airdrop Augustina in, you know?
Bring her in on a helicopter.
Yeah.
She's just sitting at the pool.
Just shit up, you know?
My dad passed away in 2016.
Lost a lot of good people in 2016.
My sister, she had a heart attack.
Yeah, that was hard for the alt rock kind of community that year.
It does feel slightly insensitive that he's talking about how his sister had a heart attack and you're talking about how it was difficult for alt rock.
It was. But it is her sister. Okay, all right. We'll cut it. All right, we'll cut it. We need to cut more anyway.
Cut the whole episode.
Cut the whole episode.
I hope you and I end up together.
Oh, I hope
That's
you guys
cute.
end up together too.
They look cute.
How many couples have they taken to this
Right?
honeymoon thing?
How's it going?
Everything good?
Yeah, you?
Doing good.
Who's that on the other side?
Oh, come on. Unbelievable.
Oh, is she getting irritated?
You're such a player, Robert.
No.
Oh.
He is being a bit of an idiot that he doesn't remember what her voice sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, it also could have been either Julie or Cammy.
Just list everyone, why don't you?
Wait,
Holy
Just list
hell,
everyone.
dude. Come on.
I mean, maybe he's bad with names, but this is a bad look.
He did say he was not like a people person, or like soft skills weren't his
That's true.
forte. So
I mean,
maybe
he's
I'm being a
showing
little
it.
bit rude.
He's showing it.
I struggle too. I probably wouldn't know somebody's voice through the pod.
fine.
I don't know what else to ask you, honestly.
Ava's done. I mean, this is how it breaks down, right?
They're not.
Finally, it's over.
That's it.
Finally, it's over.
I'm not into him. We have nothing in common. Nothing.
I don't know. That really made me dislike Robert, though.
I lived with my mother until I was 14 years old. We had a big fight that I don't even remember. And then, yeah, she kicked me out of the house.
Oh,
That
that
sucks.
I did what I could to mend that relationship.
Her mother or mother-in-law?
Mother.
Oh,
It's
geez.
hard when stuff like that happens, but it's not really her, in my opinion, it's not her responsibility as a child to be the one doing all the work to repairing the relationship. It should be the adult parent that's working on that.
Yeah.
And I say that having not experienced that firsthand, but having very close family that has a situation a lot like what she described.
I don't know yet if you're the one. But you're up there, and that's why we're talking.
Oh, I feel kind of bad for her because that's the same thing that happened with
Yeah.
Santiago.
Yeah.
You could say I haven't yet made an emotional connection.
Yeah.
In a way, it makes sense to be like, hey, I'm not like emotionally connecting with people because we're in pods and this is ridiculous. But also, like, that does suck to be the person that hearing that, you know?
I fall in love through sex. I don't fall in love through talking.
Well, she then just said she can't emotionally connect with people unless she's having sex with them. So
Which is...
doesn't feel like the healthiest. I understand that sex can be like very powerful towards developing an emotional connection with someone, but
I mean, so I have a legitimate question. Is that just an honest reflection of the way that she connects with people, or is that her way of being like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, and then like trying to draw them in that way? I don't know.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not trying to...
Like, let's just get out of here and have sex and we'll see.
Yeah, I know, right? That's almost the vibe I was getting.
Because she's like, I gotta make it to that honeymoon. So however I get there, I get there, you know?
We had a horrible date yesterday, but I was angry and also a bit hurt because to me, you're really important. You mean a lot to me.
What? Come on. You guys both don't like each other.
They just said good riddance.
I know. I don't even understand why they're seeing each other again. She said they have nothing in common. Come on.
Okay.
I think people are getting desperate to have somebody at the end of this, is
People
what
are-
it feels like.
I don't give a shit if you're skinny, fat, bald, ginger, or whatever.
I'm bald and ginger.
You used to be skinny, too.
Oh,
Do you remember
man.
that? You were so skinny.
Oh, I don't need her to like me, though. Her. Gingers are unique.
It's okay, honey. I love you.
I'm only partial ginger anyway. I can't claim gingerness.
If we do ever have kids, just the probability of us having a ginger is pretty high.
Yeah. It's probably 50%.
Probably, because
Yeah.
my dad is full ginger.
Yeah. And you're like, you must be half ginger. It's
I
in
am
there.
half ginger.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
How do you feel?
I don't feel like I know them very well, but I do like them getting together so far. It
They just showed us basically nothing of both of them, so I don't feel like I know either of them at all.
I came here to take a chance to find love. And I needed to find someone.
Oh, is he crying?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I wish I was getting emotional. I just don't feel like I know either of you. But I'm happy for them. Oh, he's so nervous.
He's so nervous. I bet his palms are sweaty.
Oh!
Mom spaghetti.
Today, I really wanted to break down that wall just to be there with Brenda.
People always talking about breaking down walls. I'm excited for somebody to actually do it. Just Kool-Aid Man it.
Smash through.
Kick it in.
Honestly, they've probably been told not to. Like, they've probably been told, like, don't try and push through this wall.
I do feel like it's sort of
Don't you do
implied.
weird stuff.
How do you think you're going to be kept on the show if you literally smash through the wall, take a chair, I'm coming through? You know?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody has and they cut it.
They would not. They would include that for sure. The drama of it all.
You're right. I want to see it. I want to watch the show long enough that somebody actually breaks the wall down. Stop saying it and do it.
Do it.
I don't know. I'm just happy. I'm speechless. It's everything I've wanted in my life.
We'll see. I want to be happy for people, and I also am jaded.
Option 1, continue things with Agostina.
He's proposing to Augustina, isn't he?
Option 2, continue the experiment with Ava. Or option 3, which is to drop out of the experiment.
Oh, he could drop out. Oh, she looks hot.
She knows where the camera is, the way she's
Yeah.
walking.
Woo!
I always argue, and I've said it to you before, is that everybody comes on the show to be famous, and some of them happen to get into relationships.
You think that's why Augustina's on the show?
I think it's why almost everybody's always on the show. And why not? You can make some money off of it. You get a little internet. Well, actually, why not is because it's like horrible to be on the internet after this, but
yeah, I don't think people realize how bad it's going to be for them once you have like millions of people watching a show and then tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, depending on your season, hating you.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not ready to fully commit myself to you or move forward with you, and I would love the chance to meet you.
Oh, it's Augustina he's saying that
What?
too. What?
Do we see her on one of the episodes where people come in from outside? You know what I mean? Like the meet the whole cast
Oh,
day?
maybe it is.
Yeah.
Okay, all good.
Yeah, I'm just not there.
That's fair. He doesn't seem like he's there. Would have been weird if they would have gotten engaged.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty cowardly.
Okay, now she's calling him a coward. Okay.
Doing the insults again.
What I don't like what he's doing, though, what I think he's doing is a bunch of you see a lot of it with, maybe it's men and women, but I'm thinking of a lot of the men saying, I want to be friends after this or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you're not going to be friends. It's always like the back pocket thing.
Well, and like I understand why people would want to remain friends if they were friends before, right?
I know.
Like if you had a relationship with this person before, you dated them and then you're like, oh man, I really hope we can still be friends. That's one thing. Like,
or if you're like, I'm dating you and I just don't have a connection to you that way.
Right.
I get a friend connection, not like I want to have sex with you connection.
Totally.
You know, like
Yes.
then be friends. Fine.
That makes sense.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
I think because of the previews, we read the Augustina thing wrong.
I just told Agustina that I won't continue the experiment with her. My thoughts have been all over the place.
Is he going to say no to her too?
I think he should. I don't know if he's here for fame. If he's not, I think he'll walk away.
It would be the smart thing to do, actually, because I don't think he has that strong of a connection with her.
I want to continue this experiment, and I want to do so with you.
That's such a lame proposal, dude.
That's really not a proposal, right? Is he actually going to propose to her right now?
Eva? Will you marry me?
I don't... Okay.
He's like, I'm really kind of lukewarm about you, but that's what we're here for.
Right. I want to continue the experiment. I don't...
In a way, I think it's everybody's right to do that because this show is, you don't have to get married and you're just trying it out.
I guess.
But that's a horrible way to get engaged.
This was the worst proposal for sure. Have they even told each other they love each other?
No.
Like, so you want to get married, but you're not even sure if you love this person?
If you're already that lukewarm...
No,
I mean,
thanks.
maybe it could happen, but...
No, this isn't going to work.
With a lot of patience and with a lot of love, I'll get to know him even better. And commit to it.
Okay, if you're at the point where you're literally saying, I feel like in the future maybe I could commit to it. Like, you're engaged, man.
You're committed.
You're committed now.
That's the commitment.
I'm worried about Agustina's reaction.
Oh, yeah, Agustina's not gonna like it. She's not
that's-
gonna like it.
Round 2 denial is, like, pretty hard, I think.
Whoa, she left her flowers in the pod because she was so worried about how Augustina would react if she took them back to, like, the women's space.
That is
That's
interesting.
not good.
Ava, we're better off without that asshole.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh.
How is she going to react when she finds out that they're engaged?
Okay, we're better off without that asshole.
Whoa.
I want to keep it discreet.
That sucks that she feels like she has to be careful.
We're going to meet.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No. This can't be happening to me.
I mean, that does suck to be Augustina.
It does suck. It does suck.
Regardless of how I feel about her, like, that just getting rejected over and over again and then seeing other
Sucks.
people. Yeah.
I'm worried about this. This is I think this is a bad decision. I think he should have left. And
Yeah.
this makes me feel like he's just here for whatever fame, to have a fun experience, whatever he's here for. Because this is not, they're not in love, man.
No. They haven't even said it.
They barely even like each other.
She said, I don't know this guy. We have nothing in common.
Right. 2 episodes ago, they were like, thank God it's over.
Not
he
two,
literally...
2 episodes, this episode.
Well, I'm sorry, 2
Oh,
meetings.
yeah,
2
2
meetings ago.
Yeah, okay.
He literally walked out and was like, thank God it's been like pulling teeth. Like, you know what I mean? I'm so glad it's finally over.
Robert may not follow through with the commitment we made to each other yesterday.
I wonder what gives you that idea, except for his words.
Right.
And actions.
And him being like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't feel great about you, but that's the show.
I don't even really understand why they're following these two.
I don't either.
Because, like,
Drama.
there must be some major drama, yeah.
There's gotta be drama. Why did they cut that and then go to Brenda and Matthias?
I don't know. The editing's weird on this one.
Maybe they're going to show us both the meetings at the beginning of the next episode, and then we're going to go to honeymoons immediately after.
And I'm shaking. This is definitely the most important moment of my life.
I just feel like Roberto is like not taking this seriously in any kind of capacity. He barely likes these women. I don't actually get the opinion he does like any of them.
Yeah.
And like, yet he is maybe going to get engaged, but he kind of already did because he asked her to marry him. But then he's like, I don't really know what I'm going to do. And it's like, you already asked her to marry you though.
Mm-hmm. That wishy-washy is just kind of annoying.
My mind won't stop spinning. I'm feeling all sorts of things.
He seems kind of... Is he just nervous or is he down?
I don't know.
In order for the two of us to continue,
What?
I need to feel
What?
more secure.
Is he not going to propose to her?
But it should be outside this experiment.
Oh, what?
Whoa, what? What?
This isn't like Come Find a Girlfriend show. This is like You Engage People show, which is unhealthy, but it's the show.
Oh, he said before that it was bothering him that his
this
family wasn't going to be involved and like wouldn't get to meet her.
Some people really heavily need that family thing.
Man, he should have communicated that before he got engaged. He asked her to marry him.
I know. And now he's kind of walking it back.
Yeah. Is he walking it back because he doesn't like her physically, or like what's happening? Because this feels like a blindside.
Yeah, she's beautiful though. So I'm like,
she is gorgeous, but like I just feel blindsided.
No, I get you. I'm really blindsided. I just wish that he had told her before. I mean, if she didn't have any other connection,
maybe he like did that pod stuff and went home and was like, sweating through his clothes when he slept.
That could be.
You know what I mean?
And he's
he
just
was
like, oh,
wow,
God,
I don't feel good about this.
And back to the like be honest thing. Like, if he's being honest now, even if it's hard, he looks really upset.
He does look upset.
I don't know.
I want to believe the best in him because I didn't see any red flags really when he was talking to her. But
usually they'll say to the camera though, like she's not what I'm looking for. He's kind of like not my typical.
I don't know what to think. I'm overwhelmed.
He's not doing that.
Dancing around it like I'm overwhelmed. I got carried away.
I just don't get why you're going to show when you know this is literally what the whole format is and then say, I don't think I can do the format of the show. Then don't do the show.
That's what makes me feel like maybe when he walked out, he was like, oh no.
Yeah, that's weird.
But she is beautiful, so I don't understand that either.
It hurts.
I really wanted to be wearing that ring.
I know, that sucks. I feel bad for her.
She's handling it so well.
I'll give him another chance.
This is a weird situation.
We'll see.
It's major flags for sure.
Wow,
but
that sucked.
That did suck.
Jeez. Ugh. That felt gross. Is this going to feel gross too?
Got something to ask me?
I have something to ask you. Will you marry me?
Bend the knee.
Oh, he's proposing to her. Okay, a choice.
Well, that's what the whole point is, right?
Well, but he literally was like, I don't know if I'm going to... Okay. He immediately before this was like, I don't know if I'm going to do it. He sees her. She's hot, which she is. She's beautiful.
Oh, you feel like
and then he's like, okay, I'll propose to you. I don't like it, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be very wrong, but this just feels like he was like, I want to see what I'm getting into before I'm saying for sure that I'm going to put a ring on it.
I hear that.
I don't like that. That's
we
not
were
what
told
the experiment's
to look
about.
out for flags, and we're looking.
I'm looking now.
We're looking, Argentina.
Man.
Not crazy about that.
This episode
is a mess.
It is a mess.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
5 couples fell in love and got engaged before ever seeing each other.
5. So that's it. That's all we get. Augustina's not going to the honeymoon.
Matthias and what's-her-face, Brenda, are making it.
Yeah. Although that means Florencia also not going.
By the end of this stage, they'll need to decide how they feel.
Oh, I'm excited for these honeymoons, dude.
You know the other weird thing about Argentina is I think it's the very first season where the hosts aren't married.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Just pick a married couple, man.
They couldn't find a single famous married couple in Argentina?
Did you have sex?
She's not the kind of woman I date.
Wait, what just happened? What just happened? Wait, what did he say? What did I miss?
Mauricio said that she wasn't the kind of woman that he would date.
Ah, that's shitty.
That is shitty.
All right, so Mauricio's an asshole.
Oh, wow. They all look like messes. Every one of these relationships looks terrible. What's going on?
We've been had again.
Oh! Why are all these relationships so bad? All those clips were so bad, and it was everybody.
I'm sad. This is just gonna be. This is where the downhill starts.
Too.
We've peaked.
Oh, yep. It's all downhill from here. Downhill from here. Okay, well, that's great. I have nothing to say.
No notes.
This always happens because the pods are great, and then you go to the honeymoons, and immediately everything starts going to shit. And it seems like Argentina is no different than any other Love is Blind season that we've seen. And if anything, this was maybe the most disappointing end of pods that I've ever seen, honestly. Because we have one couple that's together that I'm like, I don't even know if these people like each other, realistically. Yeah. And then another couple that was supposed to get engaged and didn't, maybe because he doesn't like her. I don't know. Thoughts? You upset?
I'm literally dissociating. I think I'm just staring forward. Blank mind.
Well, thank you for watching with us. I am no longer excited for episode. Well, maybe I am.
Well,
I do want to see the drama. I do want to see
fun-ish. I mean, we are really here to watch people be happy, but it's not going to happen. So
no, it's not going to happen. So instead, I want to see what goes on with the drama.
Let's watch the world burn together in episode 4. Like and subscribe if you want to do that with us, and then we'll see you next time.
I'll see you for the next one.
All right,
bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And then I got it knocked, and I started going,
ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.